Hello folks, this episode's theme was inspired by a recent event where this fellow, Montana politician Greg Gianforte, was reported to have body-slammed a reporter. I'm not going to talk about that event, but it reminded me of an issue involving him some years ago, where he came out against the idea of retirement because he said it was not biblical. Supposedly the word from him was that because Noah was 600 when he built the ark, instead of cashing Social Security checks, this was some sort of argument against the concept of retirement. Well, it's not. Now, Gianforte is a creationist, so the answer can be on the same grounds. If you accept those advanced ages in the Bible as literally true, or even if you think they're not, the general view is that the ages were to be gauged to our own lifespans. In other words, Noah at 600 would have been in the same condition as a modern person at, say, 50, which means he wouldn't have been retiring by our standards anyway. Actually, Gianforte does miss a rather clear example of something like retirement in Numbers 8:25. In that passage, priests are ordered to stop serving at the tent of meeting at the age of 50. But even then, there's not much of a case in the Bible either for or against retirement. Nor would we expect there to be. In the biblical world, most people were lucky to live to the age of 35. And if you reach the age of 65, you are usually so racked with illness or debilitating conditions that you would effectively be what we would call retired. So bottom line, contrary to Gianforte, there's nothing biblical or unbiblical about retirement. Nor does the Bible impose an obligation to work, as he puts it, on every person for all time under all conditions. Sure, in the biblical world people would try to contribute in some way as long as they lived, at the very least as founts of wisdom and experience. But you can do that while you're retired in a modern sense too. It's bad enough when fundy atheists do this sort of exegetical tragedy. We don't need Christian politicians making the same kind of mistakes. Otherwise, we might as well, yeah, that. See you next time.